Hello, good afternoon. So I want to talk about our energetic body. And this is where the churches are messing humans up, I believe. They sit here and talk about the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit and the three-in-one, but the three-in-one is actually you. You are the body, the mind, and the spirit. You are the three-in-one. You house God within you, within your body, right? We are all God or the devil, and that's why it's very important to have good energetic health. Like, your energetic body is your feelings and your emotions. And sometimes our emotions can make us do some very crazy things. For example, like chase your husband around with a hammer. That is one thing that I'd be like, holy shit, it's scary. But anger can do some crazy things. It causes parents to spank their children. It causes parents to react to their children yelling. I know sometimes I have a problem with that because I grew up in a society where spanking was okay, telling your kids, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you a reason to cry, because we have very strong emotions, especially children. We are born with the 7 deadly sins that they talk about, and the 7 deadly sins are not like sex before marriage and homosexuality. The sins are greed, lust, wrath, jealousy, all these things that kids are. Kids get very jealous, right, at their mommy when their mommy hugs somebody else or other siblings. They're very greedy. They're very lazy, right? Sloth is also a sin, which a lot of religious people struggle with. Sloth. I know I did. I was very lazy in the kitchen. I was very lazy when it came to a lot of things. And then once I realized that it's your actual mind, body, and spirit, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, if I'm housing God, my temple's important. How do I take care of it? What do I need to do to make sure that I have a healthy emotional body? And the biggest thing is going out for walks, getting out into nature, working out, eating the right foods, consuming the right content, even the things that you are looking up on your phones and your screens. That can really mess with your energy body. It did with mine when I was too consumed in politics and conspiracy theories and Hollywood doing evil things to babies. I realized it was actually the church. The church is doing evil things to children. They force you to worship Jesus, worship a man, which is worshiping the masculine, when we are actually the two, and like we have the both feminine and masculine energies within us. And that's like important because we can all do all roles. We can all play all roles. And I think that's where all this transgender stuff comes from, because everything inwardly projects outwardly. So when you are not balanced within your feminine and masculine, you might think, oh, I want to be a boy, or oh, I want to be a girl. And kids, they like dressing up as the opposite gender because it's fun or it's funny or whatever reason they're doing that. And you have a lot of religious parents who are like, no, we're not doing that. You're a girl, you have to wear a dress. You're a boy, you can't put on a dress. Like, boys do it to be funny. Or, oh, you can't paint your nails. As your sisters are painting their nails, you're telling your sons they can't paint their nails. Who cares? And the other thing too is you have parents who will be like, you can't paint your nails, because they're more afraid of what other people will think about them. It's their fear that stops them. That's what's happening right now in America and the whole world, is that we have this like really unhealthy, a lot of people have a very unhealthy energetic body. They react, they're full of emotions, and they're yelling and they're spanking and they're doing things like that. And I do think that religion is a huge culprit of that, because again, you have parents living in fear, you have a church feeding you fear over what's right, what's wrong, when in reality, you are God. You are the one who tells your body what's right for your body, nobody else. Not even a doctor can tell you what's right for your body, which is why a lot of doctors, when people have health issues, like doctors can't figure things out, it's like a mystery on your body, because doctors will never be able to give you the answers for your own body. Only you can. Your body will tell you what you need, what food you need. And you can also research too, but doing your own research is obviously best. But again, your body knows what it needs, not any other person, right? If you have a sore in your body, nobody can see that. But if your arm is sore, like, you can feel that. Only you can feel what's going on in your body. Only you know what's going on in your mind. Only you know the things that you've witnessed. Nobody else knows the things that you've witnessed. We are the witness. And the things that we witness can create a healthy emotional body or a very unhealthy emotional body, which I call a dysregulated nervous system. And I notice a lot of people, including myself, I've struggled with it, with a dysregulated nervous system. It's because of the environments I grew up in, the environments I was surrounding myself around, the alcohol I was consuming, all of it. It plays a huge important role. Even for me, like if I hang out with too many people and I feel like I'm just overstimulated, like I'm like, what did I just say in that conversation? Like I think about it afterwards, which can create like anxiety and like depression and things like that. Like that's your energetic body. So for us to tell somebody how they're feeling or what they think or anything else like that, we can't tell people what to think or how to feel or any of that. Only they can decide for themselves. But again, that's why it's so important to make sure you're taking good care of your body, because it is your temple, right? Putting a tattoo in your body is not going to destroy your body. I also don't think living in fear about stuff is good either, right? Like a lot of this fear right now is like what's in our food and what's in our water and the 5G and all these things that are so unhealthy for you. Fear is also a lower vibration. If it's something that's out of your control, it's out of your control. Also, I believe in enjoying your life. So if I want to eat a cupcake or if I want to eat something that might have some sugars in it, or candy or whatever, I'm not going to live in fear over, oh my God, this is going to make me fat. Oh my God, this is going to put me in a lower vibration. I want to enjoy my life. And we should all be enjoying our lives with whatever that is we want to, however we want to enjoy it. But your emotional body is extremely important, and that's what people need to come back to. Is they need to come back to self, so they can have a regulated nervous system. They can have a healthy emotional body, because again, it's not the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's the mind, body, and spirit, and that's where we've gotten lost, and we need to get back to that. So think about it. Hope you have a great day. Love ya.